Charlotte, North Carolina is tonight's destination for League One action. The matchup tonight, Charlotte Independence taking on Spokane Velocity, presented by Novant Health. Both of these teams competed in the first round of the Open Cup. Let's take a look at how they fared. We'll start with Charlotte and the Independents getting the victory 2-0 in their U.S. Open Cup match. First goal scored by Omar Sis had the game winner, and then a little bit later in the 86th minute, Carlton Belmar, off this beautiful look from Omar Sis, had a wonderful header, and he knocked in goal number 2 for a 2-0 victory. Rolling right along, looking at Spokane, it was a much different story for the Velocity taking on Ballard. Andre Lewis with a late game banger to take a win. That is now their third straight win in all competitions. They'll be looking for their fourth this evening, but they'll have to contend with this man, Trezor Mbuyu. Mbuyu has led Charlotte in goals over the past 2 seasons. Last year, just missing out on double-digit goals. He had 9 for the Independents. But Mbuyu is an excellent talent, has wonderful pace and finishing ability. Now it's time to take a look at the upcoming USL 2024 Jägermeister Cup. You see the tournament starts on April 27th. We'll roll all the way through the August 31st. Cup final will be held on September 28th or the 29th, depending on scheduling. I'm super excited for this Jägermeister Cup. And you see, of course, one Knoxville and Lexington SC placed in the Central Group. Charlotte Independence and Spokane Velocity getting ready to do battle for the first time. The matchup in just a moment.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high-quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Are you ready? Ready for more games you love? Ready for more players? New rivals? Ready for more fans? New friends? And endless celebrations? This is Carolina's new women's pro soccer team, the Carolina Ascent, featuring the world's most exciting players, connected to the global game, uniting the Carolinas. We are the Carolina Ascent, built for the Carolinas.
Both teams walking onto the pitch at American Legion Memorial Stadium, one of the most beautiful venues, not only in League One, but in American soccer. And Charlotte Independence, the home side, taking on Spokane Velocity in USL League One play. Time to take a look at the Charlotte Independence starting 11, coming in at 0-1 on the season. Their first match, they lost to one Knoxville. We talked about Tresor Mbuyu, who will be the leader in regards to goals scored. But Clay Dimmick, he had the lone goal in the match versus one Knoxville. So I have expectations for him to do well this afternoon for Mike Jeffrey's side. Now for Spokane Velocity, who is in top form after their win versus Ballard, looking for their 4th win in a row in all competitions. Andre Lewis at the top. And also, of course, the captain, Luis Heel, who had the go-ahead goal in their last match versus Northern Colorado Hailstorm, will be key for Lee Wiedman in season number 1 for Spokane Velocity. He put this entire roster together along with help from Dr. Garrett Smith, who's a consultant for the team. And they have played extremely well to begin their tenure. They're on the road taking on Charlotte Independence, who are in their 10th year as a franchise. And Spokane in the white tops and white bottoms begins in possession, taking on Charlotte Independence in their blue Capelli kits. And our lineup's, of course, sponsored by Capelli Sport. In goal for Spokane is Carlos Mauricio. He will be called upon often. The Charlotte Independent side, who had multiple goal scorers last year with at least 6 goals. Joel Johnson, who's in the starting lineup, is one of them, along with Mbuyu. Ball comes out to the wide side to Anton Sorensen. Charlotte, here in just their 2nd match in USL League One play. Mentioned that they took on one Knoxville, and talking with Coach Jeffries about the beginning of the season, mentioned that the US Open Cup match was good for this team getting that win, because there's always just a different pep in your step after a victory. And it was good for Charlotte, who had plenty of opportunities in their first match, 9 shots, 5 on target, just the 1 goal in the 2-1 loss to get the win. And now they're back at home. Obregon spins this out wide. Now the pass comes into the box. Sent out for a Charlotte throw-in. Ball comes out for a Spokane throw-in. Mentioned Spokane and their head coach, Lee Wiedman. When you're starting a franchise from the bottom up, it's a glorious opportunity to really stamp what you want to see in your side. And Wiedman was just very adamant about the culture he wanted to create with Spokane. This ball comes in, and it will dribble out for a Spokane goal kick. thinking about some of the cultural aspects that Lee Beedman wanted to create with this team in regards to his identity. Wanted to find, of course, the right players who were of character, but also wanted to do things the right way consistently, whether it comes to how they go about their business with work, how they go about connection with the community, and just a really strong opportunity to create something special in Spokane that had never had any professional soccer, although it's one of the biggest cities in the state of Washington. Charlotte putting on a lot of pressure right now against the velocity. Ball's picked up, but handball on Sorensen. Ball comes in for Charlotte. Johnson cannot keep possession. Now Spokane starts to come the other way. This is Sis. Tries to flip it. Andre Lewis, hero from the Open Cup match. Hernandez, 11-year pro, spent some time with MLS. This is Mbuyu, has it taken away. To the middle, now into the danger area. Still in possession with Spokane, an opportunity for the away side. Cross dealt with initially, and the shot by Josh Dalling just wide. Dalling, of course, the Englishman, played with St. Louis City 2 the first year they were in MLS Next Pro, and was a part of the team that played in Next Pro Cup in 2022. Spokane still in possession. This ball slipped into the box. Tap back out. There was a ricochet off the Charlotte player. Hugh Roberts II can't believe it. Luis Heel will do the honors, the man of match day 3. Ball comes into the box, headed away initially. Now Lewis, a side swipe. Sorensen clears that away. Greedy, a ball with Waldeck. Throw in comes to Dalling. Now with the cross. Ball's tracking back. This is Lewis. Foul as Omar Sis is down. Sis writhing a bit in some pain. Let's take a look at the foul. grabbing at his abdomen. Collision with Colin Fernandez. He is still down. So now the official and referee sending both teams to their benches. Referee is Jair Campos. As taking some time for Omar Sis to be tended to. Mentioned that Sis was a integral part of Charlotte's win in their Open Cup match, 2-0. He had the game-winning goal and also the assist to Belmar for Charlotte. They are working on his left arm. Take him. So the training staff still working on Omar Sis as they're looking to the sideline. And so Sis gets up under his own power. Happy to see him able to walk off. It'll be a drop ball. This is Nick Spielman. Restart things for Charlotte. 10th season as a franchise, third in USL League One. Of course, was in the League One final last year. A lot of success over the first decade of Charlotte. And this stadium is one that Coach Jeffrey spoke very highly about. One of the best venues, not only in League One, but in USL, period. And Mbuyu takes a look around to see what space he has to run into, and there's a lot of it. Taps it out wide. Charlotte still coming forward. Overgone. Decides to work back. This is Johnson. Overgone Jr. slips through a couple of defenders, and that's a foul. That'll be a free kick for Charlotte. Now it's time for our Black Tie Transportation keys to the match for Charlotte. They want to get off to an early start. Danger of falling behind 2 games in USL League One play. And for Spokane, they have to beat this back line that has, of course, a top 4 in defense and the goalkeeper of the year last year in USL League One in Austin Pack. Ball comes in, and Hugh Roberts could not head it past Carlos Marencio. Wonderful ball to the back post. Roberts just could not nod it past. An excellent set piece. And that looks like Omar Sis has gone back down. So he was able to walk off the pitch after being tended to, as mentioned, but now he's requiring more medical treatment. And will not speculate, just will allow for the training staff to do what they need to do to help him continue in this match. As you can see visually, has his arm over his head, and his left arm was what the trainers were working on prior. You see the bandage around his left forearm. So can't really tell what the ailment is. We saw the tackle, or the challenge, excuse me, in the air that sent him down the first time. And that would be a big loss for a team that has 3 goals on the year in all competitions, 1 goal in USL League One play, and 2 goals in the Open Cup. And visibly, Omar Sis is in some pain. So at this point, have to expect that Mike Jeffries might go to the bench. Does just that as Bachir Ndaye comes on. Ball out wide to Metanray. Metanray work back all the way to Marcelo Log. Almost a steal by Luis Alvarez. Roberts played multiple years in Monterey, well liked. Lewis, direct ball over the top, finds its intended target. The cutback by Metanray in the box. His lifted ball was dealt with initially. Spokane has not struggled to score goals this season. Already mentioned they have multiple wins in League One play. Have not looked like a team in their first season. Have played with a lot of confidence. Another ball. This is Metanray. Floats it into the box. Bouncing ball. Hits the back of the net, but there's a foul in the area. And that closes down that attack. Spokane coming forward once again. This is Heel. Metaner. Racing through, but unable to get to the ball was Pierre Reedy. Austin Pack, best goalkeeper in the league last season, was right there for it. I mentioned this back line, one of the best in all of League One last season. This is going to be a battle of two very good back lines. Lee Wiedemann, head coach for Spokane, said that his back four and goalkeeper were in need of a shout out because of how well they played to start the season. Back-to-back clean sheets. And said it wasn't just the goalkeeper's job to, of course, keep the score sheet clean, but the back four doing an amazing job against a team like Northern Colorado Hailstorm, who had the top scorer in all of USL League One last year and had a excellent offense to keep them quiet, no goals, and then to, of course, win their Open Cup match. They're up against some pressure right now. This ball's out to Johnson. Sends it in the box. Headed away. Only as far as Joel Johnson. Johnson swerving. Now Dimmick. To Johnson. Alvarez. That's wide of the mark. Throw in coming for Spokane. 21st minute of action. Now it's time for our injury report, sponsored by Novant Health. You see Grayson DuPont for Spokane, a knee injury not available today. And we just saw Omar Sis, who started this match, go out with an unknown injury. He went down. They were working on his arm. They were also working on his abdomen, so wishing him the best as Bashir Njai came on for him already in this match. Turning is Metaner. Darling swerves. Heel tries to pick it up in midfield. Now this is Reedy. Darling. Fernandez slips it past the Metaner, and Spokane has a corner kick. So Roman Metaner has been very active down this right wing for Spokane. Derek Waldeck stands behind this corner. Louise Heel. Another party by the corner flag just in case. Waldeck will whip this in. Hugh Roberts dealing with that, the longtime pro throughout USL, multiple clubs. The past two seasons was the captain in Monterey. But in stunning fashion, much to the chagrin of the fan base, was not brought back. He, of course, had ties to Charlotte, playing with the Independents when they were in USL Championship, and so the Independents were happy to bring him back, as he is a strong center back. Darling taps that out. Charlotte will have a throw-in. This is Roberts. First time Charlotte's under a bit of pressure. Pack will punt it deep. Ball is kept in by Obregon Jr. Attempts to slip it through to Alvarez, but just enough defense there for Mettenair. He sends it deep. This is Kermani Smith on top of it. Smith into the box, cuts it back. Ball's down, the shot blocked away by Clay Dimmick. Some end-to-end action now between Charlotte and Spokane as the ball rolls out for the throw. Mettenair, big ball into the box. Once again headed away by Clay Dimmick. Does this set the Charlotte offense aflame? Mbuyu. Tresor Mbuyu finds Obregon Jr. And that is looking like a yellow. It's going on Spokane. Was it at the edge of the box or is it going to the spot? This is a big development. Ahmed Longmire receives the yellow, and it's just on the edge of the penalty area. Let's take a closer look. See here, just before stepping into the box. And Longmire needs to count his blessings. Still a free kick. About 20 yards out. Multiple parties chomping at the bit to get a piece of this. '27th minute. Obregon Jr. just over the crossbar. Charlotte defensively still making it difficult for Spokane. Trying to win the ball back. And a foul going on Ryan Gigi. The Open Cup, both teams will move on in Open Cup play. Of course, the upcoming second round match for Charlotte, they'll host South Carolina Heat. Charlotte has had a deep run in the Open Cup. Deepest run was back in the team's first year of existence, getting all the way to the round of 16, eventually falling to MLS side Chicago Fire. But they did produce a cup set against New England in the round prior. Good body control by Kermani Smith. Tap forward, and winning a corner was Pierre Reedy. So Reedy looks like he was hoping for a handball, but that is not the decision. And Spokane has another corner, the third of the day. Waldeck went towards the back post on his last corner from this spot. Where does he decide to navigate the ball this time? Ball comes in, dropping in the box. Nobody deals with it for Spokane, and now Charlotte's coming the other way. A poor pass by Mbuyu. He had Alvarez wide open, and a missed opportunity for Charlotte in the counter. Spielman with a strong tackle to take the ball away. Back into a bit of danger. So the ball is just sent out of play. Lewis, Dalling, Spokane has to be careful. That's a foul coming in from behind. Mentioned Spokane, 3 straight wins in all competitions. Last match versus Northern Colorado Hailstorm, their head coach Lee Viedman says sometimes it's not going to be pretty, but a win is a win in the end. This ball comes into the box. Spielman nods it away. Metanner regains possession for Spokane. Wheeling down the touchline. Some contact. And just aggressive play. The decision is corner for Spokane. That's just good work for Roman Metanner. He has been a workhorse for Spokane in this first half. Just seems to have the right amount of go consistently. So Heel has been posted by Waldeck. They have not gone to him the last 2 corners. Ball comes into the box again. This one is dealt with by Roberts. Lewis leaves it. No shot comes from Fernandez. Now Lewis has a go. Does not really test Austin Pack. Lewis just finding a sliver of daylight, going for it. He had the game-winning goal versus Ballard in the Open Cup. Mentioned the back-to-back 1-0 victories in feisty fashion for Spokane. Excellent touch by Kermani Smith. Smith, 1v1, works into the box. Corner coming. Smith not happy. And also, by mistake, no corner. So all the more reason not to be happy after taking the contact. Sorensen trying to keep this ball in, does just that. Overgone with a wonderful idea. Ball's connected and sent Sorensen free. greedy. Fernandez. Spokane changing the point of attack for a moment. Heel. Darling. The back heel. Spokane trying to build right now. Just doing a great job of keeping possession, making things difficult for Charlotte. Hill comes out to grab it. Now Fernandez. Darling. Lewis has a touch. Fernandez flips it into the box. Ball bounced away by Spielman. Johnson keeps this in play, only as far as Fernandez. Spokane has dominated the possession in this match, but Charlotte has looked dangerous on the counter. So while the possession stats will be in favor of Spokane, no doubt, that does not mean that Charlotte hasn't had an opportunity or two in the run of play. Now Spokane, golden chance. This is Heel. Lewis, a poor first touch. That did him in. Keys to the match, of course. Charlotte wanting to get going early, had that early free kick on Carlos Obregon Jr., sent it over the crossbar. But for Spokane, it was going to be difficult for them to beat this back line. Such a strong defense for Charlotte. So, still a lot of time to see what happens in the 38th minute. Match day 4 in USL League One. Charlotte Independence and Spokane Velocity. 10th year of soccer for Charlotte Independence. Coming off maybe their best season in team history. Falling just short. Sorensen slipping past. Njai all the way back. Now around to Alvarez. And Charlotte with a chance to dance for a moment. Roberts. All the way back to Austin Pack to reset. Meyer does have the yellow card. Lone player to pick up a card in the first half. It's on there. Fernandez has the ball taken away at midfield. And Mbuyu looking for options. This is Njai. And he is fouled by Colin Fernandez. Njai trying to take the free kick a little quicker. Jair Campos wanted. So another set piece for Charlotte. We're in the 40th minute. Alvarez over the top. Spielman heads this on. It's grabbed by Marancio. Big bodies in the box. The likes of Spielman and Roberts II. Great targets in situations like that. Necessary defending by Anton Sorensen. Throw in coming for Spokane. Coming into the box, expecting a long throw in from Roman Metaner. Ball comes in. Down to Alvarez. Ripped away to Joel Johnson. And Mbuyu is making the run. Johnson finds him. Trezor Mbuyu led this team in goals last year. Tries to work back to Joel Johnson. Working hard trying to take the ball away from Andre Lewis, but it's going to be a goal kick. Giveaway, yes it is. Alvarez still with it. Now Obregon Jr. a misstep. And the ball rolls out unkindly for Charlotte. As mentioned, heavy possession for Spokane. Right here, Obregon just trying to get on the right foot. Took step. Deep throwing in their own defensive half though for Spokane. Charlotte licking their chops, trying to win the ball back. That's exactly what they do. And Mbuyu, Alvarez whips it just wide. This match has wore on. Charlotte has had their chances. Spokane passing the ball pretty well. Has given the ball up a couple times in precarious situations. This is Lewis. Heel. And Metaner. Another giveaway. Mbuyu with the overlapping run behind him. Mbuyu puts him in on his backside. The pass blocked away by Colin Fernandez. And the corner coming for Charlotte. Watch this move by Trezor Mbuyu. Going right at Ahmed Longmire. Makes him look silly. And Fernandez had his teammates back. Corner for Charlotte as we enter into the 45th minute of action. Luis Alvarez takes the corner, comes in low, ball bouncing into the air. Roberts heads it back into the box. Sorensen picks it up. Wide, Alvarez, back to Sorensen. Sends it across the box to Spielman. Nice idea with Johnson there, trying to just lay it in front of him. Spokane will give up possession. Back to Charlotte. Has a chance to operate as we near added time in the first half. At the half, we'll have news and notes from around USL, as well as a look at the team of the week. The fourth official announcing a minimum of 4 minutes of added time in the first half. Ramon Metenair, big body, just barreling forward, cuts it back across. Heel turns to Fernandez. Some contact. Heel wins the ball back. Dalling again, just amongst a lot of bodies. And Charlotte has not made it easy once Spokane has gotten into the attacking third in the middle of the field. Spokane has done better in the wide areas. This ball now to Dalling. Taps out wide. Retreats to Lewis. Pendulum swings to Metenair. And again, numbers behind the ball for Charlotte. That's their MO. They do not make things seamless in the attack for their opponents. Metenair picks it up and attempts to pump it into the box. Ball is tapped out by Sorensen. And Spokane will have another corner. Corner sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Ball comes in. Mbuyu trying to set himself loose. The ball stays with Spokane. Heel rips into the box. Johnson boots this away. Back to Andre Lewis. All cut back at the end line, and Austin Pack handles it. Njai came on for Omar Sis, who left after about 15 minutes of action due to an injury. This is Pierre Reedy, former Penn State Nittany Lion. Back to Heel. Metenair looking for options. This is Dalling. Controls. Kermani Smith finds Metenair. Spokane with a very high work rate on the edge of the box. Heel whips in. And again, Joel Johnson in that right back position, doing well defensively. This back line of Sorensen, Spielman, Roberts, and Dimmick have been fantastic, along with Johnson coming in to help. This ball comes in on the turf. easily dealt with. And that is halftime. So no score between either team through 49 minutes in total, but 45 minutes, of course, in the first half. Multiple corners for Charlotte. Spokane made it very difficult, as you can see. Ahmed Longmire with the yellow card. We'll be at the half in just a moment. News, notes, highlights, and everything you'd like to see in just a moment.
It's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Tonight's match in Thirsty Thursday night is presented by Novant Health, the official health co provider of the Charlotte Independents. No score at the half between Charlotte and Spokane. And since we did not see any goals, let's look at some Week 3 highlights where there were plenty of goals, especially in the first matchup we have on tap. Georgia Tormenta taking on Richmond. Connor Doyle with the first goal in that match. A little bit later, Georgia would get another goal, and this one comes from Niall Watson, easily scoring it around the goalkeeper. Richmond would find a goal in the second half, and they made it interesting, but Mason Turnbridge would finish things off. Turnbridge, after the layoff, just coolly tucks it away, and South Georgia Tormenta with the win, 3-1 over Richmond. Now we get to one Knoxville, who's at the top of the table in League One. No goals in the first half, but of course, goals scored in the second half, one by Rodolph Castro Jr. and Stuart Ritchie scored himself. A very defensive matchup between forward Madison and Greenville Triumph. No goals overall in that duel. And as we close things out with our highlights in Week 3, have to talk about Spokane. You see, Heel is fouled in the box. And Luis Heel made it 1-0, helping Spokane finish victorious. And Spokane has won 3 straight matches in all competitions in their first season as a franchise. Now it's time to take a look at our halftime stats, sponsored by Novant Health. And no goals for either team. Shots on target for Charlotte. And you mentioned Spokane had plenty of possession, but Charlotte was very strong in the counterattack.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Doing that work till it hurts, you know the drill. It's like I went on a hike, cause cute, I'm king of the hill. They think I don't know it, still can't touch me, don't want floating. All of the moves you make up, bro, just some of the different places.
Starting from now, detail, gotta be clean, no excuses, and go!
You know the drill.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Yeah, we running the game.
We're coming in strong, and you will not forget it. We're here to take you on, and we can fight and we defend it. We never looking back, we focused on the road. We didn't come to play, and now we never let it go. Yeah, we want to take it higher.
Follow up in! Louisville level in the 70th. He puts it in. Indy 11 leads on the road.
Yeah, we want to take it higher.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Such a beautiful skyline in Charlotte, North Carolina. Independence taking on Spokane Velocity in USL League One. Now it's time to take a look at the USL League One in-season cup.
In 2024, USL League One will introduce a new in-season cup competition built on regional rivalries and added dimensions to the game itself. Like cups around the world, this new tournament will consist of group play and a knockout round. The 3 groups of 4 will consist of the East Group, Charlotte, Greenville, Richmond, and Tormenta. The Central Group, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Lexington, and Madison. The West Group, Central Valley, Northern Colorado, Omaha, and Spokane. The clubs will play a home and away round robin within their group. Then they will play 2 matches, 1 home and 1 away, against 2 different teams from another group. In total, each club will play 8 matches in group action. The top team in each group will advance to the semifinals, joined by the non-group leader with the most goals scored. This innovation will encourage more attacking and entertaining play. That's not the only fun adjustment. If a group stage game finishes tied at the end of regulation time, a penalty kick shootout will take place with an extra point in the standings on the line. The cup will evolve and grow over the next few years, bringing more drama and more memories for all.
Now it's time for some news and notes in USL. Of course, USL Championship on CBS for the first time. Louisville City hosting Indy 11 on a major network. Super excited to see Louisville and Indy 11 broadcast to the masses. And of course, Sacramento Republic FC with their 5-year extension. Moving right along here in halftime. Time to take a look at the team of the week. Multiple players for Spokane on the team of the week in week 3 in USL League One. Luis Heel, the man of match day 3 with his game-winning goal versus Northern Colorado Hailstorm, that 1-0 victory for the Velocity. Time for some scores, brought to you by Novant Health. South Georgia Tormenta with the win over Richmond Kickers 3-1. One Knoxville continues to handle business at the top of the league, 2-0 over Lexington. And as mentioned, Spokane riding high to begin this season. 3 straight wins in all competitions for Spokane, including that 1-0 victory over Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Now for our upcoming schedule, brought to you by Canopy Hotel by Hilton. Forward Madison and Central Valley Fuego doing battle a little bit later on tomorrow. And then another matchup, Union Omaha, reigning regular season champions, battling Chattanooga Red Wolves SC. And One Knoxville puts that #1 ranking on the line, going up against South Georgia Tormenta. Finally, we look at the USL League One standings, sponsored by Pepsi. One Knoxville at the top of the league, 6 points in 2 matches. Spokane with 2 wins in 3 matches. And of course, they got their win in US Open Cup play versus Ballard, so they are in a fantastic position early on in the league. We'll take a break, be back for more between Charlotte Independence and Spokane Velocity in just a moment.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive,
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
No score at the half between Charlotte Independent and Spokane Velocity in USL League One action on match day 4. Now it's time for our halftime highlights, sponsored by Novant Health. We see early on, Hugh Roberts had an opportunity, but not a lot of power behind this header as Carlos Mauricio. Another opportunity, this time from another defenseman and Nick Spielman, but a similar problem. Could not really put it past his defending goalkeeper. Now Mbuyu with a wonderful move, putting him in on his backside. But once again, Charlotte just could not make things extremely difficult for Carlos Mauricio. So now in the second half, we'll see if Charlotte can get their offense going. And for Spokane, such a dynamic side, we'll see if they can be the villains on the road against Charlotte. Independence in their blue Capelli sport kits, and Spokane in their road whites. Quickly out in front, ball comes, the shot blocked away, second opportunity is scored. Just like that, Charlotte, right out of the chute, has their go-ahead goal. Joel Johnson makes it 1-0. We talked about Charlotte wanting to score quickly, and right from the jump, ball comes in. Alvarez has a great chance, but then the shot scored on the backside, and Charlotte takes the lead 1-0. Our keys to the match at the beginning was Charlotte needing to start fast, and then once they scored, they could then lean on their back line and their excellent goalkeeper. And now with their first goal of the match, the script right as they'd like. So after no goals in the first half, we have a goal in the beginning seconds of the second half. Johnson last year, 6 goals to his credit. That was third on the team. And in talking with Coach Jeffries about goal scoring prowess of his team, he said we like to play a free style that has set us in motion. And when we play that free style, it means that we're not always going to have a goal scorer that's individually near the top of the Golden Boot race, but that because of our style, everybody has an opportunity to be successful. Also joked that he definitely wants to have a player like Trezor Mbuyu really continue to break out as a go-to goal scorer. And Mbuyu has that ability, and that's an expectation for him this season. Alvarez to Obregon Jr. Tackled by Longmire, who has to be careful on a yellow. Ball taken away again. Obregon Jr. is offside. So in the first half, Charlotte had the 2 shots that were on goal. Both teams had 4 total shots, but Spokane had more than 2/3 of the possession. But in the first half, the conversation was Despite having more than 2/3 of the possession, Charlotte always looked very brisk in their counterattack. Now Spokane down the goal, has to utilize that possession to try and find an equalizer. Charlotte will no doubt be looking for some insurance here at home. That ball is out for a goal kick. Charlotte has only played in one match this season. That was versus Knoxville. They went down in that match, but found their equalizer. Clay Dimmick scored before Knoxville scored just 3 minutes later in the 78th. Spokane, as mentioned, is on a 3-match winning streak in all competitions. Great story for Spokane is their connection with the team they played in Open Cup, Ballard. Spokane in their first season of existence, so of course we're in need of players after officially starting the franchise last season. Ballard, which is hosted in the Seattle area, in connection with Spokane, helped the team run their open tryout in that area. So Spokane, of course, ran tryouts in the Spokane area. Ballard ran the tryouts along with the staff in the Seattle area. And the two teams and franchises created a great connection and friendship. But then the two faced off in the Open Cup. So somebody had to win. They were enemies for 90 minutes, but that friendship and connection continued. Right now, Charlotte looking for their second goal. Obregon Jr. stays on his feet. This is Sorensen. Gets it back from Johnson. Obregon Jr. with Sorensen and Johnson still in the fray. Nothing comes of it. Spielman is pushed from behind. That's going to be a free kick for Charlotte. Dowling and Spielman with a bit of a stare down. And Alvarez will send Hugh Roberts and Spielman into the box. This ball comes out wide to Anton Sorensen. Flips it in. Ball dribbles around. Tapped out. Johnson cuts it into the box. And is dealt with. Direct ball coming over the top. Roberts, longtime pro in USL Championship, very under control. All kept in by Clay Dimmick, and then he's fouled from behind by Pierre Reedy. So there's a lot of experience on this back line, whether it's Dimmick or the former captain at Monterey Bay, and Hugh Roberts II. Talked about Hugh Roberts and his experience. This is his 260th USL appearance. Appeared in USL Championship with Bethlehem Steel, Charleston Battery, and Monterey Bay, along with Charlotte Independence early in their beginnings. So, still a lot of tread left on the tires, though, for Roberts II. He is very happy that he's back in a familiar spot in Charlotte. This is Waldeck. Can't get it past Johnson, but the ball slips through. Him and Reedy on the wide side. Now Fernandez. Ball flips around to McNair. He was a difference maker in the first half, despite no goals for Spokane. Smith. Lewis. The ball spills right to Austin Pack. Coming off an impressive season himself last year. Sorensen sends it forward. This is Mbuyu. And Alvarez didn't know Njai was coming off his right shoulder. That's who Mbuyu was looking for. Of course, Ashir Njai coming on for the injured Omar Sis, who started this match. No halftime subs for either team. Starting 11 still out for Spokane. This is Mbuyu, isolated against Longmire, who's on the yellow. Metnair comes in, but Mbuyu's into the box now. And a corner won by Trezor Mbuyu. So our upcoming corner, sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit USLSelect-sport.com for the latest in select product specials and more. Ball is free in the box. And Spielman could not put it on frame as it dropped right to him. You can see Mercancio just having the ball drop. Could not get a full punch to it. Another corner coming for Charlotte. This time Sorensen will have a go. Anton Sorensen in the 57th minute sends it in. Ball skips across all the way back to Alvarez, who elevates it out of play. This is Thirsty Thursday night. Other theme nights upcoming in the Charlotte area. April 12th will be Pups at the Pitch. And May 11th, Star Wars Day. Make sure you're looking out for opportunities to come to this great stadium, American Legion Memorial Stadium, Charlotte area. Dimmick dials it up. Johnson, who has the goal on the day, can't shake free. Njai walls off Permani Smith. Direct ball coming over the top. Had eyes for Alvarez. Now, Reedy. Right to Metnair. Hasn't really had an opportunity to shake free in the second half. A key change and adjustment made by Mike Jeffries. Has been a part of this from the start himself. When asked about 10 years in the fold with Charlotte, he just said it's been a glorious opportunity. Reedy is offside. Just a wonderful chance to be a part of this community. Has a strong connection. It just means a lot to him for this team to now be in their 10th season. Has had success at the championship level with USL, and of course success in USL League One. Lead right now for Charlotte, 1-0 in the 60th minute. Goal scored by Joel Johnson. Ball from Pack. That's a foul on Kermani Smith. Lewis picks it up near midfield. Now to Waldeck. Sends the ball across. Smith outran it, but it drops for Mettenair. Sends it back into the blender. Spielman deals with the header from Pierre Reedy. Waldeck again. Reedy on the edge of the box, slips it in, and Roberts deals with it for Charlotte. A nice spell of play for Spokane. The ball moved from side to side, but the safety valve, Hugh Roberts II, in full control. So a very deep throw in. Ball comes into the box. Headed backwards. Out by Ahmed Longmire. So some adversity now for Spokane. Charlotte is a team that just needs one goal. It was already difficult for Spokane in the first half with no shots on target. Now with their one-goal lead and the ability to get numbers behind the ball, could be even more difficult unless the velocity do something. This is Heel, man of match day 3. Whips it out towards Mettenair. The cross comes in right at Austin Pack. Had a beeline on it the entire way. That'll be a foul. Free kick taken quickly. Lofted into the box. Pierre Reedy offside. Man down behind the play. And once again, the training staff is being called out. Uyu and Alvarez stretching out their teammate who is on the pitch currently. Javier Martin Heel will come on for Josh Dolan. And Jack Denton, former Missouri State Bear, comes on for Andre Lewis. Still down is blocked. I'll have it for you in just a moment. Is midfielder from France. Is needing some help off. Just walking a little gingerly. Already had one man go down and needed to be substituted. Omar Sis in the first half. Now another coming off for Charlotte. Time being, Carlton Belmar will come on for the injured player. Sponsors, our subs are sponsored by Atlas Chiropractic. Belmar, of course, has a goal on the season. This is Reedy on the edge of the box, trying to work around Roberts. Now the ball comes back out wide to Waldeck. Sends it into the box towards the back post. Headed. And a necessary stop for Austin Pack. So again, another good ball. Pack, though, always in the right position. Here's the foul that we just missed. You can see Njai was pushed in the back. Jack Denton, who had just came on, trying to get around him. He is up. This play continues. Roberts. Johnson. Dimmick moves this over the top, and Buyu trying to go up 1v1 with Longmire. Unsuccessful in that feat. This is Metatner. Good ball to Heel. But again, Spielman stopping Spokane in their tracks for the moment. Another opportunity going up for it. Roberts doesn't deal with it completely. Smith has a go Tense moments. Fernandez tries to flip it into the box himself. Nothing coming of it. And a hold your breath moment for Charlotte, clinging on to this 1-goal lead in the 69th minute. Tap forward. This is Heel. Lays it off for Denton. Decides to work out wide to Metanner. Jack Denton, back central. Here Reedy goes across the box. And Trezor and Buyu will track this down. All works only as far as Metanner. Oh, excellent step over. Metanner, out swinging ball. It's cleared away by Johnson. Fernandez flips it forward, and Austin Pack will say, well, I've had enough of this, and will come out and scoop it up. So 3 straight spells of really great action for Spokane, but it's just a very difficult puzzle to piece together offensively against this strong back line of Charlotte. That was to be expected. That was something Coach Beedman said. Charlotte has an experienced group. It's not going to be an easy feat to come in to American Legion Memorial Stadium and leave victorious. Waldeck heads this down, steps into the box. Waldeck on the edge of the box, ball's punched away. And in the end, the decision is goal kick. So Waldeck inching towards the in line, and that ball definitely rolled over the line. Great call by Ayer Campos. So Charlotte has to be careful now. Another key for Charlotte at this point of the match is something that Coach Jeffries mentioned to us in our opportunity to talk with him, having to play through pressure. Right now, Reedy cuts it across. The goal is there for Spokane. Reedy with a beautiful ball right across the area, and Spokane scores to tie this match. The substitute, Javier Martin Heel, knots it up. Reedy, just a beautiful ball right across, and Heel makes it 1-1. So the substitute scores, and now, just as I was mentioning, having to be able to play through pressure, the pipes burst for Charlotte. Still plenty of time for the home side to find another goal. This is Waldeck. Reedy just had the assist. Reedy flips this over the top. Martin, dropped it off for Carlos Heel. Now Charlotte looking to counter. Alvarez cannot get around Ahmed Longmire. Spokane not wasting any time, looking to come the other way. Reedy centrally, and Hugh Roberts not allowing that to persist. '75th minute of action. Joel Johnson scored in the first minute of the second half for Charlotte to give them a 1-goal lead. Spokane has answered. And we have 14.5 minutes plus added time to see who will come out victorious. This is Reedy. And Austin Pack goes down in a heap on the end line. Great job by Jack Din to split the gap. But let's see again for Austin Pack. You saw him just after he planted his foot go down in a non-contact fashion. And he is grabbing at his right leg. He is on his back right now. This would be a major blow to Charlotte. See him talking with the trainer. Take one more look as Reedy comes in. You see the plant of the right leg, and then he immediately just grabs at the back of his leg. So the trainer, of course, checking the mobility within the knee, making sure that he can stretch out the muscles in both the hamstring and the quad. And after a swig of water, standing up under his own power. Doesn't seem to be walking too gingerly, so we'll keep stock of that as he'll continue to be called upon. Mentioned how there have been consecutive spells of possession in which Spokane has made it difficult on the back line of Charlotte, finally cracking that code. And so will Pack be able to continue in this match? It looks like it, which is great news for Charlotte fans. And we play on in the 77th minute of action. Spokane trying to make it 4 straight wins in all competitions, 3 straight in League One play. Charlotte looking for their first win of the season. Njai. Johnson and Njai playing in close quarters. Spokane trying to take the ball away. This is Smith. Spielman deals with it for a moment. Njai is pushed from behind. Does a good job of just taking on that contact. Charlotte now in possession. Play will come to a halt. There was a challenge just on the outskirts of midfield. Check and see. This is Clay Dimmick feeling like Pierre Reedy when studs up. The captain still down. He's conversing with Ayer Campos. Dimmick is back up. Might he be called upon in this match? Does have a goal on the season. Three subs coming on for Charlotte as they look to find a breakthrough goal here at the end of this match. Isaac Shear, Fabrice Nga, and Denzel Akimpong all come onto the pitch for Charlotte. Those substitutions sponsored by Atlas Chiropractic. 81st minute of action. Charlotte went ahead in this match, but a goal from the substitute on the Spokane side. And Javier Martin Heel tied this match. And that's where we sit, 1-1. Long throw comes into the box. Alvarez tries to control it. Substitute, Akimpong. Now Alvarez boots it deep. Sorensen tries to keep it in, but cannot. On the touchline. Ball won by Spokane, but again, Spielman steals it away for Charlotte. Ninja forward to Sorensen. Sorensen off the ricochet, right to Akimpong. Dimmick joins the action. Now Akimpong can't really put a good charge into it as Carlos Marencio will handle for Spokane. Waldeck to Fernandez. Still a chance for Charlotte. Alvarez trying to slither through the defense. Njai. Isaac Shear, who just entered the game, his first touch. Alvarez. Spielman. Ball's taken away. Akimpong. Dimmick. And Njai and Dimmick, as well as Akimpong, not on the same page. Njai not giving up. The ball won by Spokane. Pierre Reedy with the spin. Metaner locates Reedy. Lots of space to come into. Pierre Reedy. Kermani Smith has his shot blocked. Denton plays it back into the box. Smith rising. And play will come to a halt with 2 players down in the box. You see Pierre Reedy coming in. Kermani Smith trying to just find his space, get to his favorite foot. Akimpong goes down, and as the ball comes back into the box, Smith down for a little time as well. But Denzel Akimpong is back up. Charlotte is in possession. 87th minute of action. With the injuries we had, we do expect some added time. So again, the team that scored fast in this second half. What do they have left as they look for the go-ahead goal? Oh, this ball is given up. An opportunity goes awry. Carlton Belmar, the substitute, took a heavy first touch after taking the ball away. Another steal for Charlotte. Ball won back by Spokane. Waldeck over the top. Akimpong and Reedy battling, and that's going to be a free kick for Spokane. Coach Jeffries mentioned that Spokane's goals this season, a good amount of them had come off of set pieces. We have to defend set pieces at a high level if we're going to come out victorious. Big moment now. Heel goes all the way across the box, headed back in, and Pack easily takes care of it for Charlotte. Waldeck racing forward, finds Reedy. Back to Waldeck. Heel. Luis Heel across to Metaner. Now Fernandez. Around to Waldeck. Spokane trying to find a crease, but Charlotte closing everything up currently. This is Denton. Back to Waldeck. Jack Denton. Fernandez. Heel. Had nobody making the run. Charlotte's with excellent defending there. Under pressure from Spokane. Sorensen tries to keep possession. He's pushed off the ball. And with us working into the 90th minute, play held up. Higher Campos making sure that Sorensen and Fernandez are all fine. Play resumes. Metatner. Big ball over the top. Armani Smith picks it up. Smith, 1v1 with Spielman, does not win that battle. And the fourth official announces a minimum of 8 minutes of added time. So plenty of time left for Charlotte. But also with the way that Spokane has held on to possession here in the second half. Plenty of time for the visitors as well. Have to be weary. That ball goes over the top and out. Goal kick for Charlotte. Comes out wide for the moment. Can Heel track it down? No, he cannot. Ball left. This is Luis Heel. Heel, not a bad idea with Jack Denton racing into the box, but could not connect with him. This is Fernandez. Spokane not going to make it easy. And then Fernandez. An errant pass out. Charlotte's next match in USL League One play will be against Chattanooga on April 6th. Now Friday match versus Greenville at home. Trying to get a win in their second match at home this season. Reedy has Waldeck. Waldeck puts it into the box all the way across. Heel will reel it in. Denton. Fernandez. Jack Denton locates Metatner. Nice ball to Heel. His cross is blocked away. Isaac Shear, who just came in, had to stay in front of Roman Metatner. A late corner for Spokane, and another set piece opportunity for the visitors. Corners are sponsored by Blue Cross, Blue Shield, North Carolina. 94th minute. Ball comes in. Shear at the near post. Easily deals with it. Alvarez puts it out in front. And now, this is Carlton Belmar. Back across to Alvarez, who controls. Isaac Shear slides to keep possession, but then he is bullied off the ball from behind by Kermani Smith. Big ball comes over the top. This could be trouble. Pierre Reedy cuts back, takes contact, and there's no call. Reedy is down in the box, and play on is the decision. Fernandez flips it to Waldeck. Denton being hounded by Dimmick. And Hugh Roberts hits that off of Pierre Reedy. Goes out for a goal kick. Let's take a look at this again. Pierre Reedy obviously in the box. And with an errant boot out. And lots of contact. A tough pill to swallow if you're a fan of Spokane, but for Charlotte, just fine with the decision of no penalty on that contact in the box. Now Alvarez with numbers running with him. Alvarez goes about it himself and scores! Luis Alvarez makes it 2-1, Charlotte in front. Alvarez with plenty of reinforcements, but decided to do it on his own. And Charlotte goes in front 2-1 in the 6th minute of added time. Great moment for Alvarez, as you can see what it means for him. And as time continues to tick, that might do it. Charlotte, after scoring no goals in the first half, comes out with 2 here, bookending the second half. 2 minutes into the half at the beginning, and now potentially with 2 minutes remaining in the match. Luis Alvarez with the goal. Man down right now for Charlotte. Here, Reedy was shown a yellow card. Yellow cards are sponsored by 11 Lakes. Kermani Smith not happy, but still precious time ticking away. Pack prepares to send it deep. Heel goes over the top. Great ball. Spokane trying to find the equalizer late. It's going to be tough sledding for them. Belmar still working. Ball lost to Denton. Now Pierre Reedy across the middle. Heel to Metaner. Ball comes into the box. Spielman deals with it initially. Now the ball is cleared away. It's out of play for a throw-in. We played now 9 minutes of added time, of a minimum of 8. With the goal scored, you expected a little bit more time to be added. And this might be the last gasp for Spokane. Ball comes into the box. Spielman heads it. Now Metaner on the edge of the box. Puts it into play. It's free. Now the shot. And that's who you call upon in late moments. Austin Pack with the save. And that might do it here in Charlotte. Ball does not travel a long distance, but it traveled far enough as this one is final. Charlotte goes up in the half, 1-0. Spokane answers. And then in the 6th minute of added time, Luis Alvarez scores. And Alvarez gives his team 3 points on the evening.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Are you ready? Ready for more games you love? Ready for more players? New rivals? Ready for more fans? New friends? And endless celebrations? This is Carolina's new women's pro soccer team, the Carolina Ascent, featuring the world's most exciting players, connected to the global game, uniting the Carolinas. We are the Carolina Ascent, built for the Carolinas.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story
8 a.m.
Coming up next as well.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
The final here in Charlotte, Independence 2, Spokane 1. A late goal by Luis Alvarez, the difference in this match. And with Charlotte getting this win, they now earn 3 points. Spokane's now our full-time highlights. Of course, early on in the half, we expected Charlotte to score fast, and Joel Johnson off the rebound scores the first goal of the match for Charlotte. 1-0, Independence on top. Then a little bit later, Spokane, you knew they weren't going to go away after spells and spells of great offensive possession. This beautiful ball comes right to Pierre Reedy, slips it right back into the penalty area, and the substitute, Javier Martin Hill, had the goal. But then in the end, when you need it, you call on Luis Alvarez. Alvarez called his own number and scored the game-winning goal. And those were your full-time highlights, sponsored by Novant Health. And now your full-time stats, also sponsored by Novant Health. 2 goals for Charlotte, 1 for Spokane. Of course, the Velocity had more possession. That was to be expected. But Charlotte took full advantage of their opportunities when they had the ball. 7 shots on target. Could have had more goals a little bit later on. Now it's time for our man of the match, sponsored by Aquafina, Luis Alvarez. Alvarez had the game-winning goal late in the 6th minute of added time. and Alvarez made it 2-1. Now it's time for our save of the game. Austin Pack had plenty to choose from, but this was the one late, with Spokane looking for an equalizer. Pack on top of it. And that is your save of the match, sponsored by Social Pet. Now here's your play of the match, sponsored by Novant Health. That final goal by Luis Alvarez, making it 2-1 and giving Charlotte 3 points on the evening. Well, that's going to do it from American Legion Memorial Stadium. It was an excellent match, back and forth. Charlotte goes up. Spokane answers. Charlotte, in the end, with the win, 2-1. Thanks so much for joining us. For our entire USL League One crew, my name is James Hadnot. Charlotte with the win, 2-1. Have a blessed night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.